What is happening, my fellow Wasteland Wanderers? Welcome back to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. Last week, we came all the way out here and met ourselves the Cons. They're a great group of people with perpetual victims complex. In this episode, hopefully, we can stumble across the Brotherhood of Steel. You know, we're new to the neighborhood, trying to meet the neighbors, say hello, see what they've got to offer, decide whether or not they deserve to live or die. You know, that old thing. Now, I suspect it's going to be this spot here. See if... Ooh. Quarry Junction was not somewhere I want to fast travel to right now, so I don't think I've discovered Repcon. Black Mountain? Why have I not discovered any of this stuff? We've been to Helios 1. That's not too far off, so we'll head there and see if we can meet the Brotherhood of Steel. From here, I think should be west. Check the map again. Yeah, so just a little bit past this hill. Lately, I've been messing with, what do they call fusion weapons, power weapons. I think this one's a plasma rifle. I'm really upping my armory game here. This one, not terribly accurate, but when I do hit, oh boy, it does a lot of damage. Am I gonna be able to pass through this, or is that just a giant wall? I can't tell. No, we'll try for it and then see if we can or not. Oh, I might be able to make it through here. Ah, what the hell? Oh, little scorpion dudes. Bark Scorpion Hunter? Oh, I'm low on HP. I gotta let that recharge for a second. You take it to him, Boone. Poison gland. I was hoping they'd have like some meat, because frankly they look delicious. And it kind of look like, oh, what's this? Dead prospector. Oh my God. You were very well off, good sir. I mean, you're dead now and it's all mine, but, you know, R.I.P. in peace.
You're mine. Fine by me.
Take that, you 20-eyed freak? Why do you have so many eyes? They just look like crabs with like a little extra feisty. Oh boy. That was sick. Just turned you into a glowing pile of goo. Oh, little sneaky cave. that I can't fit in. Like, let me explore your nooks and crannies. I bet you're hiding so many good secrets. This is the way we're going. I don't even think I hit whatever that is.
Can't run from me.
Am I messing up by not taking all of the poison glands? Let me know in the comments if that's useful for something. I just don't have the carrying capacity for all these glands. Scorpion Gulch. Once again, I feel like the asshole. I'm invading their home and they're just defending their property, and I'm kind of just annihilating them. Whoa, wait. I would really like to not get poisoned if that's an option. I might have some anti-venom, but at the same time, not almost dying is usually beneficial to potentially dying. Okay, how are we doing on the map? We're getting close. There's probably a smarter way to get here, let's be honest. So I'm where I need to be. Who is it I gotta meet here? I'm hoping it's the Brotherhood of Steel. They hold up in this little bunker over here, knock on the door, be like, Girl Scout cookies! Door, Hidden Valley Bunker. Boone, why did you look like you were just coming at me hot? The weapon raised. You need to check yourself. Hello? Hello? Alright then. I don't have the lockpick.
All mine.
You have Adam Boone. Air vent. I'll just fart on it and then they can like smoke them out. bunker. Okay. This is very interesting, though. Love. Make peace, not war. That other one said peace, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that makes me feel like this is going to be the Brotherhood, or if this is just be some weird hippie commune. Hello.
Listen very closely and do as I say. Your life depends on it. Hand over everything you're carrying. Weapons, ammo, clothes, armor, everything. I want you stripped down to your underwear.
Excuse me? A classy lady like myself? How dare you? What's going on here?
I've told you what to do. Strip off your clothes and equipment or face summary execution. Will you comply?
All right. But only because you're cute.
Hand it to me, and come inside and through the door at the rear of the chamber. Paladin Ramos is waiting for you.
Waiting for me? Am I in a cell? Oh, I guess not. Okay.
How the hell did you get in here? Normally I would have already shot you, but I'm under orders to bring you to the Elder. Will you come peacefully?
Yeah, I'll talk to your Elder. Lead the way.
Okay. I'll take you to him. Follow me. Closely, or you'll be shot.
You keep saying that. I believed you the first 3 times. Now it's starting to get suspicious. You, the Elder... Elder McNamara. Hello.
How did you find us, stranger? And do tell the truth.
None of these are. I was sent by an old operating system modeled after Walt Disney to have you swear your allegiance to me or be exterminated. So I don't know which option to go with. How about I was exploring the area and I noticed your patrol coming out of here.
You took an extreme risk in coming here. My policy towards trespassers has not been lenient. The security of this bunker is my foremost concern, and I take pains to minimize our exposure topside. For this reason, I might be interested in contracting with an outsider who can accomplish certain tasks, some basic, some a bit more involved. An NCR ranger has begun to set up post in one of the other bunkers up top, for example. I want him driven off. Understood?
Am I still buck-ass naked this whole time? My tits is just out. I'm like, oh yeah, tell me about yourself, and I can take care of the ranger, sure. Why haven't you killed the ranger already? That's a better question.
Yes, we could kill him easily enough. But sometimes you can learn a great deal by observing people, both enemies and friends. Which is why it will be very interesting to observe how you choose to deal with the situation and decide which you are, enemy or friend. Do we understand one another?
Oh, you want me to kill the ranger? I can take care of the ranger.
Very well. I'll be interested to see how thoroughly and efficiently you carry out your mission. Paladin Ramos will escort you back to the bunker's entrance and set you loose. Notice that I said loose, not free. You are
That's
not free
rude.
to carry the secret of this bunker's location beyond Hidden Valley, until I'm convinced that you're capable and dependable. To underscore this point, you'll be fitted with an explosive collar. Wander off and it will detonate. Focus on your mission, and you'll be fine.
Well, when you put it that way, that's a pretty convincing reason not to go wandering.
Chest to your right. Don't bother coming back until you've dealt with the ranger.
Now I gotta re-equip everything. Hold on, guys. And just like that, I'm like shuffling my panties back on, like, well, goddamn, I'm gonna put my shit back together. Re-hide all my hidden weapons. The lady's got her secrets. Just in case you're watching this video and you haven't watched any previous ones, I am role-playing as my custom character, Bottle Cat Becky. What is with this sandstorm? Picture my eyelashes blown up back against the back of my head. That looks really cool. And then you just like dive into it. It gets like that out here. I'm in open to hollowed out rockland. But I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we get some crazy wind. And a lot of time that picks up all the loose sand. That's a interesting little breakdance maneuver there. We get these things called like dust devils that are essentially just like tiny little tornadoes. So I couldn't get past the intercom before. I don't know what's gonna change.
Thought you'd sneak
now.
up on me, you filthy powder ganger?
Excuse me? I'm not a powder ganger. You can clearly see I'm a punk rock chick.
Exactly what powder ganger scum would say. Any last words before I pull this trigger?
Those are some interesting sideburns, brother. I'm not a powder ganger.
Relax, little lady. Just pulling your leg. What can I do for you?
It's a great practical joke. You almost got yourself killed. Who are you?
Dobson's my name. I'm an NCR ranger operating out of Camp McCarran north of here. Reading man by birth, though.
What are you doing here?
Well, I thought I might set up a safe house in one of the bunkers here. Between the remote location and the dust storms, I figured it was ideal. Of course, seems a lot less remote since you showed up. Plus, I haven't been able to get my radio working, and a safe house is no good without one. I reckon I'll stick around a while, patrol for troublemakers, see if I can get that radio working.
So, no one knows you're here. It's just like two rival anthills right next to each other, except this anthill only has one ant. Out of his depth here.
Standard practice. Rangers operate on our own most of the time, and that's how we like it. Usually we call in our positions to McCarran to be relayed to other Rangers, but I can handle myself. I'm sure as hell not gonna lose any sleep on account of a goddamn broken down radio, but it will shorten my stay if I can't fix it.
I mean, we've dealt with the powder gangers, but what's your opinion on them?
Criminal scum that have infested this region, attacking caravans and regular folk just passing through. The dangerous ones are roamers, though there's another group that mostly stays put over at the prison southwest of here. So far, the brass haven't mustered up enough men to take the prison back. Long overdue if you ask me, but I'm just one man.
This really does seem like a terrible location for a safe house. Like, you've seen the radioactive scorpions, right? Right?
Oh, and in your expert opinion, why would that be?
Let's fucking go for it, because the criminal scum like to bring chicks back here once in a while.
You've seen that with your own two eyes?
My own peepers.
God damn. I knew Cook's gang passed through these parts about that frequently, but I didn't know they holed up here. Be a rude awakening to find 15 of those merciless bastards looking down at me snoozing on my bedroll. Yep, I'd be better off setting up an ambush along one of their routes to catch stragglers. Thanks for the information. You may have saved my life.
Well, I'm a wonderful person. Now go on, get out of here. As I'm going to follow you out of here and then go into a different bunker. I've got an old man to talk to. God, you walk so slow. Hurry up. Just like pushing him from behind. Move it. You know what? I accomplished my task. Get out of my way. Let's see if we can. Navigate the storm. I'm not gonna be able to climb that. Oh, I'm stuck on a tree. Is it? Or, here we go. With all the hippie crap on the exit of the bunker. It's a ruse to be like, oh, there's just hippies in here. Nope, dudes in power armor. Bagak.
Stand back from the door. The Elder's eager to hear your report.
Oh, I bet he's so eager to hear what I have to tell him. Now I just get to walk in regular? I mean, it'd probably be smart to put my gun away, but...
How did you resolve the situation with the Ranger?
I killed him. The Ranger won't be a problem. He's gone. That's not what he asked. He said how.
Gone? Why did he leave? And what makes you think he won't be back?
His brains are painted on the inside of that bunker. I convinced him that staying here was more dangerous than moving on.
Yes, you exploited his fear of powder gangers very effectively. The collar includes a microphone, you see. Part of the test. He'll keep his distance, setting ambushes, never suspecting that these bunkers house something far more dangerous to him than criminals. Well played. Since you completed your assigned task, I will allow you to come and go from the bunker freely. So let's get that collar off you. There,
Hey,
that's
it's kind of
better,
stylish.
Now that we have that bit of unpleasantness out of the way, there is a matter that I would like to discuss with you. Stop by the command room when you can. Oh, and bear in mind, if you end up betraying us, we will know it, and there will be no mercy.
What do you say, the command room? So we're headed to speak with Elder blah 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 in the command room. Oh, I'm sorry, Mick blah blah blah. Isn't that this guy? Can I just talk to you here? Do I have to follow you? Can I just...
What I wish to discuss with you can wait for once I get settled in the command room, outsider.
You just want to, like, feel impressive in a big chair. Be like, oh, look at me, I'm so important. My chair has lumbar support. I just fell in a fucking hole. Oh, thank God. I just flipped through the floor. What if I was just walking behind him, like turning stuff off, just like looking off lights and turning off generators? I don't know what any of this shit does. I'm just flipping switches. All right, you in your big special fancy chair? Where the fuck are you? Oh, yeah, that's right. You've got your whole, like... Oh, what do you even call this? I want to say, like, Magneto chair?
When you first showed up on our doorstep, I'll admit at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of great use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here. Though no, we will be keeping an eye on you. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
You know, there's like 28 people right now keeping an eye on me. But, yeah, I'll help you.
Then allow me to explain our situation. this bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
Surely you've got people better suited for this than me.
The less who are aware of this situation, the better. My brothers and sisters were deeply traumatized by the losses we incurred several years ago. It would be imprudent to worry them unduly without first discovering the facts of the situation.
Alright, fuck it, I'll start looking.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
What kind of stuff you got? I'm very interested now. See if we can find ourselves some of this fancy new gear. Fingers crossed, maybe it's some power armor?
You're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's
That's a
Hardin.
desperate comb over.
I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
I'm gonna set the record straight here. I say paladin a lot. It's one of those words that I only ever read growing up, and that's how it's cooked into my brain, and I'm probably going to keep saying that, so just FYI. Why should I trust you?
Why should you trust the Elder? I'd recommend listening to both of us and choosing whom to trust for yourself. So are you willing to listen?
Sure, go ahead.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
Man, why is everyone wants to kill their leader? I mean, I'll do it, but like, it's starting to give me a reputation. Have you tried bringing this up with the Elder yourself?
Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced.
And how do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
What do I get for helping you?
If I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrols out into the wastes. We'll become powerful again. And when that happens, it will be good to have the Brotherhood as an ally. Good enough?
That's a pretty tempting offer, actually. Just having Brotherhood patrolling around, taking out the powder gangers and other miscreants could be pretty useful. I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
All right, well, this just keeps getting more intriguing. We'll have to explore more in the next episode, so be sure to check back next week as I continue playing Fallout New Vegas. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Doing so encourages YouTube to show my content to more people, and you won't want to miss out on my next upload.